Hey there Internet, Keith here, and welcome to the Cars That Keith YouTube channel. And this is Hannah. Now of course we chose another H-themed German name, Hannah, with no H at the end, H-A-N-N-A. And we thought that was just the perfect name for the car. We only have a few names left, like Hilda or Helga. I have Hilda kind of reserved for the car down the road, but this is my new X1 SAV sports activity vehicle, which is what BMW defines it as, not a sport utility vehicle. Now why did I need this car? Well, this is the new daily. If you know from my previous video where I talk about how car culture changed my life, I have accepted a job at Liqui Moly for a regional sales manager, and I need a car to put miles on, go to the shops, get in and out of shops really easily, long distance travel. I won't have to have any issues with any parking lots with the height of this car, and something with a little bit lower miles. Plus I need lots of room for an educational display for car shows to be able to fit in the back. So the new salesmobile, as I would like to call it, is a 2018 BMW X1 MSPORT S28i, which is just a ton of stuff, but S28i means front wheel drive, not all wheel drive. I really don't need all wheel drive. It's not gonna be a sports car, it's not gonna be fast, and also I live in the South, we really don't need all wheel drive to get around. Now I always pick up an MSPORT because I think it's the best looking model of them all, which in today's market is really hard to find. Even in a normal market, a good MSPORT is hard to find. So we did have to make some sacrifices with this car to get an MSPORT that was available, because I needed it pretty quick, I needed a good deal, and this was the best I could find, really. So we'll go around the car, I'll show you a lot of the features and everything I like about the car, some of the things that we did sacrifice on. We'll also go over the original sticker of the car, tell you all the options and the original price of the car, and we'll do some cinematics kind of through all that process. So before we get any further in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, some great content on the way. Obviously the first wash for this car is coming up very soon. So obviously one of the biggest things I like from the MSPORT package is the more aggressive front end that you get, a little more aerodynamic. This bigger cowl area right here. We have some sensors built into it as well, the front park sensors. The bigger grille in the front without having that little bar that comes up over and is colored, and this little color keyed one right here. I just like the aggressiveness of this. The headlights, this is one of the sacrifices we had to make. These are the halogens, these are not the LEDs. They were only available on a specific package on the X1s for 2018. We're going to wind up upgrading these to the LED style bulbs instead of the halogen at some point. The car did come with the black kidney grills. Not a big fan of this little piece right here that comes down that kind of blocks half the grill. I think it kind of takes away from the aggressiveness of that. Now we do have a few rock chips here and there, but not that bad at all, really. And you know me, we're probably going to wind up wrapping the car anyway. Now I do like this little bump right here that kind of comes over and allows the front of the grill to get straight up and down. Not a big fan of the grills that get kind of, you know, angled out. I like the grills to be more or less straight up and down. I like the muscular hood lines. Now the one downfall to that look is if you come from the back and you look this way, or if you're looking this way from the front, it's not as good a looking as an angle of the car. It kind of gives this weird little, you know, it is a sports activity vehicle, kind of gives that profile. Not exactly desirable, but I can live with it. Now up front on the MSPORT bumper, just like Heidi and Helen, there is brake duct cooling right here. This is functional. It goes right through into the rear well. So under the hood of Hannah is a twin power turbo, which is a twin scroll turbocharged 2.0 liter engine. It's called the B48. Has 228 horsepower and 221 pound-feet of torque, which is pretty peppy for the size car. It gets up and goes pretty good. I was pretty surprised. It's definitely a leader in its class in horsepower and speed. It already has a tower brace going across the top right here. It helps keep the car planted. I think we're going to have to at some point do some kind of air intake to get some better noises and everything, maybe a little bit more power, but not much. This does have an 8-speed sport Steptronic transmission. It is not the ZF though. Those are in the sedans. This is built specifically for transverse engine angles and stuff. It's from Japan. I'm not quite sure a whole lot about it, but I hear really good things about it. It shifts really quick. Pretty impressed with it. Obviously there is no XHP tune for this, so we won't be able to improve those shifts at all, but like I said, it's a daily. Now the engine bay is really clean. There's a little bit of residue here that we'll take care of. The same kind of residue happens on the inside of the door windows as well, that rubber piece. The cowl is in really good shape. It's really nice and flexible. I don't have to worry about that. Now up here, we're going to recondition this with some C4 from G-Technic. That'll get that color back. One thing I really like about the M Sports is they come with their own style of rim. Has a little M right here. And these are the 572M wheels. Now they are running Bridgestone run flats, which are good and bad. Obviously the feel isn't as good, but when you're trying to drive around and go to all these kinds of places, you have a better chance of getting a punctured tire, and run flats is going to help with that. I can't say the next set is going to be run flats or not. There's no upgraded brake option for the M Sport on the X1s. There may be a singular option, I'm not sure, but it does have these base brakes. But man, they really do bite pretty hard. As you can see, it didn't even have a cap from the dealer. But these are in great shape. There's a couple scratches here and there, but really overall, like, there's no curbing on any of them. They're in really great shape. This is the same kind of wheels that I had on Heidi, the Orbit Gray two-tone with the silver polish. I really like that look. Now the wheel poke isn't bad. It's a little bit inside. I think I might run some spacers, I'm not sure. Just give it a little bit wider track and fit just a little bit better. But they actually do look pretty good front to rear, especially for an SUV in this kind of category. All the other ones, man, the tires are so far inside, it just looks horrible. So at the back of the vehicle, I really like how it looks. I like the M Sport difference in the rear with the dual exhaust. I mean, and these are functional, real exhaust tips. These aren't fake. Mineral gray is the color of the car, if I didn't say that earlier. Just looks really well. I don't know if I'm going to debadge this or not. I usually debadge my cars just to leave it nice and clean in the rear and just as much of the painted or wrapped surface as possible shown. Once again, the taillights, it's, you know, halogens. Like I said, we're going to change these to LEDs. Maybe we'll upgrade and do a retrofit at some point if there is one available. I really like this little wing top right here that goes over this. Most SUVs have this, but I like the aggressive look of this, how low profile it is. The itty bitty brake light right here. And then also you have the power lift gate. Now there's a good bit of storage space back here. So you have my gimbal and everything. And there's even more under here because there's no spare tire. There's my floor mats. I haven't even put it in the car yet. But you can take this out and have a lot of storage down there at the bottom. These right here come off. They just snap off right here. And then you can either have this sitting down or you can pop it out. This one pops out as well. And that allows you to put the seats down in the front. I'm actually going to do that, but I really like how this works. I mean, it's going to have a lot of storage space with the seats down. I could put the front seat forward a little bit to fit the big massive tent here, all of the boxes of products, the swag, and everything that's needed for an educational display. The liftgate is powered as well. Hannah is mineral gray, which is a great color. It's one of those colors that people like or they don't like. It just depends. Something like really flashy, but this is a car that I would want a more subdued color and also a good base color for a wrap. I mean, it's a lot easier to hide the mineral gray when you're trying to wrap around it than it is, say, alpine white, yellow, those kind of colors. Another great thing about the M Sport package is it's blacked out in a lot of areas around the windows, the top. The only thing left on the car that's really ever chrome is the front grills. And normally dealer specs, or when people spec the car, they'll go ahead and get the black kidney grills up front, so the whole car is blacked out. The overall package just puts it together. The M Sport package, I believe, is the way the car should have looked to begin with. A lot of those base models, I just don't like the way they look. Another big thing I like about the look here is we have the body colored fender flares front and rear and all the body paneling. There is no plastic cladded fadeable trim around the car, which happens on a lot of SUVs, even in the higher classes, but especially in the subcompact class, which is this is a part of. They always have that, and you got to protect it, you got to keep it from fading. I just hate that. I like that these are body color matched. It's going to be easy to wrap these with the car. Now we're definitely going to tint these two front windows. It's like a fishbowl right here. Not a big fan of that. I really like the tint here. I think I might just do the same percentage there and just hope I don't get pulled over, because I think that's definitely more than the allowed by law. Now let me tell you a funny story. When we picked up this car, my main request was that nobody touches the car after I test drive it. They were like, no, we're gonna take it out back, we're gonna detail. I said, no. Don't touch the car. I'll take it as is. There's even sticker residue on the windshield from the warranty sticker. I told him, I said, I don't want anybody touching the car. I don't want any worse. I don't want to add any more swirl marks. I know how you guys process back there. I'm going to do it all myself. They were a little shocked, but it was definitely my main request. So here's the rear seating area. This is definitely going to get hot in the summer, but we have the M Sport. We have the metal themed trim. A little bit of air right there. You really can't control the temperature. You can only control the flow. We have the USBs right there as well. A little bit of storage behind the seat, which always comes on a BMW. Really nice door panels. I mean, really nice and sporty looking. I love it. Have this really nice ambient lighting at night. So here's the front. Don't mind my water bottle right there. But once again, the really cool sporty doors. We have the M Sport paneling right here. This interior is immaculate. Look at this, 27,000 miles, 3 years old. There's not a single crease. This has some kind of interior protection that the person got from the dealer when it was new. It has a 7-year warranty. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it worked. So this comes with the M Sport seats. We have the bolsters on the side that you can bring in and out. Tons of adjustability, memory seating. We have the support right here at the front. You have your dual storage area, one right here, and then if you do it this way, you get even more storage down there, and there's your USB to connect to the car there. This nice dark trim. You have your easy to get to and easy to function front dash right here. This came with a 6.5 inch screen. This is another thing that I had to sacrifice. It does not have the 8.8 inch screen, but M Sport, what do you get? That steering wheel. It has such a great feel. The size is just, I love it. This is the biggest reason to get the M Sport package in my opinion. So here's the dash all lit up. I do like the fact that it's the whiter color. Now this is digital in the background, but it does have a bezel around it that's like a chromish. The only thing I don't like about this is it does not show you your oil temperature, which is very important, but I don't plan on tuning the car, so I should be okay. There's that hexagonal metal trim up close. Just, I love it. I like how the stitching comes up and around the shifter and also past the cup holders. I really like that touch, that leather. It's really nice. And I don't think I'm changing any of this trim to carbon fiber or anything like that. I think it's just perfect the way it is. Now another option of the M Sport that I really love is the headliner is different. It's like a black color. It's just different. I'll tell you exactly what it is in the sticker price, but it just really makes the car. Now one simple thing I love about Hannah is the lock unlock is on the door and not in the middle of the center console. Up at the top you have your dome lights, your SOS, your airbag turn off, also the control for the panoramic moonroof that goes all the way across. And then that one goes up. You can see the dash is white at night. We have this accent lighting right here on both sides. Also right there above the glove compartment and in the back. And that can be changed in the settings to orange. You can also change the brightness of it as well. There's also some beamer code stuff that you can do. It also have an accent light down here. This looks really good. Then obviously we have the light underneath the door as we get out. Believe it or not, this was not made in USA in South Carolina. This was made in Germany. This was made in Regensburg, Germany was the final assembly point, country of origin, Germany. The transmission is actually from Japan. She came into port at Brunswick, Georgia, just like Heidi and Helen both did. It was for Brahman BMW in Miami, Florida, shipped to Miami. This was a Florida car, the Carfax, so 3 years the car was out there, was all in Florida. We didn't have to worry any of the northern rust. So the base price of an X1 S28i is $33,900. It's a $550 option to do mineral gray. The black Sensatec was included. The M Sport package, which on this car is a pretty expensive package compared to Heidi and Helen, which is only like $2,500, $3,000 for the M Sport package. This car's $4,500, but it's more of an overall package that has a bunch of stuff included that really isn't M Sport related. So let's go over them. You have the 19-inch M wheel, the 572Ms with the run flats, the Sport automatic transmission, the power folding mirrors, universal garage door opener, comfort access keyless entry, roof rails in high gloss, panoramic moonroof, sport seats, lumbar support, aluminum hexagon trim, the ambient lighting, Sirius XM for 1 year, the M steering wheel, the aerodynamic kit, the Shadowline exterior trim, the anthracite headliner that we discussed, and the standard suspension. So there is no M Sport suspension for these cars, I don't believe. It says standard. We'll have to find out. But that's a lot of options. That's not an M Sport package. That's like an overall package with M Sport included in it. So included is removing the all-season tires, which now has run flats, a larger capacity fuel tank, performance control, run flat tires, obviously, it says it again on here, rear view camera, power tailgate, power front seats, center armrest, parking assistant. We have park distance control, was added for $800. Automatic climate control is included, refrigerant, I would hope that's included. The black kidney grills was a $240 option, and the destination charge was $995 for a total suggested retail price of $41,735. That's 27,000 miles, 2018. I paid a little over $30 for the car, which I think was a great deal for an M Sport. It doesn't have much damage at all. It looks like it's just in great shape. Unlike Helen, has a really bad paint damage. This car only has a few scratches here on the back and a few rock chips in front. Other than that, she is pretty good, and that interior is so dialed in. I don't have to touch the interior, I don't have to do anything. It's just going to be great. Now I really think this is going to be a great daily to go to the grocery store and do all that kind of stuff. I still want to take Heidi out because people love Heidi and I love to drive Heidi, but I keep the miles down on her. She's at about 84,000 miles now. Last year at the end of the year video I said at 85,000 miles we're going to do a bunch of work, and we're going to do that. Tons of preventive maintenance work. There'll be another video on that, but I think it's just going to be a great car for the channel, great car for me. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Now of course we oh my gosh, you hear those birds? Oh, there's a hawk. Crows are trying to scare him away. Now why did I get this video? Now why did they get this? Now why did they get this vehicle? Well, if you know it from the sun is about to hit me. Now why do that wind, man? Come on. You drop these on my car. And we'll go through some mats. We'll also go, oh my gosh. Go ahead and hit that like button on the M Sport bumper. I don't know if now it's front on the M Sport button. Another great thing about the M Sport package is it's black. Another great thing about the M Sport package is it's black. Another great thing about the M Sport package is it's black. Oh my gosh. So under the hood of height, I moved over here because the sun is one of the most simple things I love about Hannah is the unlock on, oh my gosh.